I think the first and most appropriate thing to say is Karibuni, Diani, DX100, formerly known as CIO 100. It's incredible to see. I've been to this event twice before in the last 14 years. This is my third time, and it's an absolute privilege to be part of the team now for something that has a legacy that goes back 14 years. Some of you have been coming. I spoke to somebody who's been here 8 times. So there's this, I think Ali mentioned it as a pilgrimage coming down here, which I think is really, for some people they've come a long way. We've got Prof who's come all the way from South Africa. We've got people that have come from East Africa, people coming in from West as well, which is fantastic. And I think we can't do it without you. I know we can't do it without the sponsors who have supported us. 14 years ago, Andrew and Harry started this event at Safari Park. I was testing Andrew's memory earlier. He said they had about 9 sponsors. I'm very pleased to say that we've got over 28 sponsors here today, or over the next 3 days, which is fantastic. So I won't keep you long because we are running a little bit late, but I really just wanted to extend a massive thank you to the sponsors who are going to be with us over the next 3 days. We've got over 50 speakers who are going to be sharing their experience and their knowledge and really engaging with all of us on many different levels. We've had over 350 registrations over the next 3 days, so there's been a little bit of a delay in people coming in today because the flights are afternoon flights, but there's a few hotels that are all fully booked, so I think this is going to be a packed room as we go on for the rest of the afternoon. Topics-wise, we are discussing a lot of the usual IT suspects, so AI, fintech, security, but this year we've added a couple of twists in terms of how we're engaging with the audience. One of the things that's really important to DX5 is creating connection, authentic connection and engagement. It's something that we believe, and I think COVID probably tested all of us, you can't build sustainable business without real connection. So there's some new things that we've introduced this year, which I'd really love your feedback on, or feedback to the team, whoever you work with in the team, because it would be really good to hear what you guys think. We've introduced ideates this year, which really are a brainstorming and ideation session around a certain topic. Those are small closed-door sessions which are going to happen tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. If you haven't got a space, I urge you to, because they're not big sessions, but they're incredibly powerful because they give us a view into individuals and what their opinions, their leadership styles, their thoughts, how they process their own divisions, their own businesses and teams around a particular topic. So talent is one of the topics. Security is one of the topics, because I think security is not just about the widgets. It's about the human beings that you're trying to keep secure, and it's about the human beings that are working to secure businesses. They're not infallible. So how do you as leaders work to ensure that businesses are secure, but how do you work with the human element? There's a conversation around diversity and inclusion, which will also be very interesting. So those I encourage you to go to, because that's going to give you some insight into the human beings that are having that discussion. Then we've got special interest groups. Now those are dedicated all around the technology. So that's understanding the widgets, all the new stuff that's coming out, the innovation, what the difference is that's making to organizations in particular industries. Those are really interesting as well, and in a completely different engagement style. I'm also very proud to say that we will be launching, and today we have a powerful panel, which will be launching an initiative that we began this year called DX Nova. You all know that Nova is a star, and we deliberately chose that name because DX Nova is the DX5 DE&I initiative. It's us putting our hands up to be part of the solution around diversity and inclusion across the continent in digital transformation. There are 3 pillars: women, youth, and disability. And the panel today is going to be kicking off our first ever conversation around it with some really powerful women on that panel. But I encourage you all to ask questions. Again, this topic is a heart topic. It's a hard topic. And when we're running technology in our businesses, and I'm sure all of you have a story about it, we just have to remember that there's a heartbeat on the other side of the phone. So if we want to ensure that there's proper engagement, if we want to ensure good change management, we have to talk to the human being. It's not only about the technology. And then finally, something which I think is super exciting and we've had some incredible support for, we have broadened the awards groups this year to include other elements of the C-suite. So not only are we awarding the CIO this year, which is the most coveted award and still stands as the foundation of this event and will stand as such for the rest of time, but we are also now starting to award the Chief Information Security Officer, Customer Experience Officers. And this, I think, is really pertinent because for the CIOs in the room, at DX5, we have understood that our role is to support you in embedding, implementing, changing technology within your organizations. And if we can start involving the rest of the C-suite, start articulating, help educating, and sharing with them what you are trying to do in terms of your transformation vision, then perhaps we can be a very valuable partner to you. I hope the next 3 days are really exciting. There's a lot that we have to discuss, including where we'll be hosting DX100 next year. It's very exciting. We have over 30 events that are taking place across the African continent next year. And I think that talks to, when we got up and talked about this merger in April at the first event, Sacotech, we said that our vision was to, the coming together of my business and Harry and Andrew's business was because we had this shared vision about the continent and how we wanted to play a role in it. Africa for Africa. So we really hope that you will join us next year in one of those 30 events taking place across the continent. We'll be launching the dates over the next couple of days, so you can speak to any of our team if you want to know any more. But I'm really looking forward to engaging with you one-to-one, heart-to-heart. Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate it.